Yes, so first I would like to thank you for inviting me. My name is Maiken Gravdal. I'm a PhD student at NMBU, and I will talk about treatment against helminths in Norwegian sheep based on a questionnaire study. So first, a short introduction. Our project is called ARTIST, which stands for Anthelmintic Resistance in Sheep Helminths. It's a 4-year PhD project in the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, NMBU, in collaboration with SLU, BioEPAR, INRA, and it is mainly financed by NMBU and Animalia. The objectives of this questionnaire survey were to obtain information on the current situation regarding management of major helminth infection in Norwegian sheep flocks, and also to identify flocks potentially at high risk regarding development of anthelmintic resistance. And selected flocks will be invited for further investigation. So here you can see a map of Norway and the counties. The questionnaire was sent out in the beginning of this year to the members of the Norwegian sheep recording system, to a total of 5,487 farmers, and they represent 40% of the sheep farmers in our country. A total of 1,378 sheep farmers replied to this questionnaire, and they correspond to 10% of Norwegian sheep flocks. And they represent all 11 counties. Vestland, Innlandet, and Rogaland had the highest response rate, and these 3 counties also have the highest sheep population in Norway. So the parasite control and fecal egg count. Most of the farmers responded that they are in contact with the veterinarian 1 or 2 times a year regarding parasite control, but the majority of respondents never check for parasites by means of fecal egg count in lambs or in ewes. Of those who check for parasites, it is mainly done based on suspicion due to symptoms. We asked about routines of drench gun calibration, and the most common practice was to check the drench gun if the farmer suspected that it didn't work. And under 10% reported that they never checked the accuracy of the equipment. And this seemed to be a positive development if we compare it with a previous study by Domke. And this indicates improved awareness among farmers regarding this. For dose estimation of Anthelmintica, the highest proportion of farmers weighed a medium-sized animal and administered the drug based on this. And 14% reported that they use visual appraisal for dose estimation. And compared to the previous study by Domke, there seemed to be a declining trend for this approach. And 17% of the farmers weighed the largest animal. And these results also indicates improved awareness among the farmers. From the table here, we can see that the use of benzimidazoles have been reduced from 2018 to 2019 in in these flocks. And the use of macrocyclic lactones, on the other hand, have been increased the last 3 years. And this may indicate reduced effect of benzimidazoles and possible resistance. 10% of the farmers reported that they suspected poor anthelmintic effect. When asked about the routines of treatment of newly purchased animals, 30% reported that animals were drenched before purchase, and 63% reported that animals were drenched after purchase. And over 40% answered that they don't have any form for quarantine, as you can see here marked by the red circle. %17% of the farmers reported to have Fasciola hepatica present in their flock, and 56% were unsure if this parasite were present in their flock. And for Haemonchus contortus, 8% of the farmers reported to have this parasite present in their flock, but it was a high uncertainty regarding the presence of this parasite, as you can see. And 11% reported that gastrointestinal parasites are an increasing problem in their flock. The purpose of treatment against nematodes was mainly prophylactic in flocks with no previous problem, over 50%, and in flocks with previous problem, close to 30%. And only 10% used it for therapeutic purpose. So a short summary in the end. 10% of the farmers suspected poor anthelmintic effect, and 11% reported that parasites are an increasing problem in their flock. And almost 65% of the respondents were positive to participate in further investigations. So for future work, we will collect samples from selected flocks to investigate the prevalence of gastrointestinal helminths, as well as the occurrence of anthelmintic resistance by using molecular methods such as ddPCR. Thank you very much for your attention, and I would also like to thank our partners and my supervisors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maiken, for your presentation. Again, for time's sake, I will limit the discussion part to one question, although there were a few questions in the Mentimeter box. Apparently, there has been done a study by Domke et al. And previously, and the question was, were any farms surveyed in both studies, yours and the study by Domke et al.? And if so, were there changes at the individual farm level between the two time points?
We haven't checked the individual farmers yet based on that aspect, but that's something that we will consider.
If possible, by privacy rules, of course, to compare.
Yes, because we need to get data from that previous study about the personal information. Yeah. So I have to check if that is a possibility.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it would be interesting to compare, I guess.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your contribution.